NEAT Act, where we can create all the money that we need for everything that government needs to do without taxes or without debt, without borrowing it from the bankers. The bankers have got us where we have to borrow all our money from them, like $28 trillion right now. And if and we have the power to create money. It's in the Constitution. And if we didn't delegate it to the bankers, we wouldn't have to be borrowing money off of them. Uh, uh, they've got us by the yin yang, because all money that's created now is created with debt. And I heard this morning on Tom Hartman, this man, a good liberal, a good progressive, say that we had to borrow money or we would have nowhere to put our Social Security funds. That is fucking crap. He doesn't know anything about money. And he had on his broadcast earlier, back in the 70s or 80s, 90s, hell, I don't know how long it was ago, he had the creator of the NEAT Act on his program. And if Zarlinga, a guy named Steven Zarlinga, could hear him talk now, Zarlinga would straighten him out in a real hurry, um, and and tell him that the modern monetary theory, people, that has been created by a banker, uh, to protect the bankers, to keep the bankers involved in all our deals, has tricked him. And yeah, he actually said, Tom Hartman actually said, if we didn't have debt, we wouldn't have anywhere to put our Social Security money. Well, guess what? In the NEAT Act, you wouldn't have to have debt at all. And you wouldn't have to have any fancy rigmarole of borrowing money to to pay our Social Security taxes. You'd just simply create the money to pay our Social Security, and they could be double what they are now, and it'd be no problem. Instead of the $1,400 a month I get now, I'd be getting $2,800 a month now. And and if it wasn't for the COVID crisis and uh, and paying us extra money, like the $1,400 is probably going to come next week, because Congress did pass the bill today, uh, and the president will said he's going to sign it soon. Well, why didn't he sign it tonight and send us the money tomorrow? Uh, uh, Now I don't worry about this $28 trillion in debt, because we can pay off the $28 trillion with the new U.S. dollar that's going to be created in the NEAT Act, and we pay it off as it comes due, and it'd be an easy, simple transfer of the debt to an asset, and so we can uh, we can solve all our debt problems and all our problems that we need for infrastructure. And I was just talking to somebody about Amtrak. They they're trying the Amtrak executives are trying to eliminate the long haul trains in America, and that's my way of getting around. An old senior citizen. I'm almost 80. I can ride my bicycle over to the train station that's 2 blocks from me, get on the train, and find myself 2 days later in Los Angeles or in New York City, and without any problem at all. And all I got to do is pay for the meals that I eat along the way, because uh, I can. I have a credit card that gives me miles on Amtrak, and so, uh, and I'd like to go uh, to New York City in April, because on April the 15th, Occupy the NEAT Act is going to be playing hip hop music at the Federal Reserve Building in New York City, and I need to be there to talk about the importance of hip hop music and where it came from. You know where it came from? It came from West Africa on the slave ships. I've seen the films of how they dance, how they were dancing back then, and it's exactly like the hip hop dancers now dancing on the ground. Uh, uh, and And that's where hip hop came from. It came from the on the slave ships from West Africa, and I wouldn't know this if I hadn't been taking a course in hip hop music from renegadeuniversity.com. Try take a look at them, renegadeuniversity.com, and and we will and you can learn about hip hop music. You can learn about lots of different things that they're not taught in the university down here at the University of Oklahoma. That's 4 blocks south of where I'm at right now, or any other state university or any other elite university. We learn things at the Renegade University that you don't learn in other universities. So take a look at them. A guy named Thaddeus Russell. Look him up. Google him on YouTube. You might like what you hear. And so, anyway, the NEAT Act nationalizes the Federal Reserve, puts it in the Treasury, where we think it is now. No, it's not. It's owned by private banks, and JP Morgan Chase owns nearly half of all the stock in the Federal Reserve System. We're going to buy their stock back. We're not going to take anything from them. We're going to buy them. We're going to buy their stock back, not cost them anything. Some of my friends don't like that. They want to punish these bastards. We don't need to punish them. Just get them out of our hair from now on forever. That's where we need to look at the future. So anyway, that's it from Occupy the Need Act today. We're going to nationalize the Federal Reserve. We're going to we're going to end fractional reserve banking, which that means we're going to end the power of banks to create money, and we're going to spend money into the economy for the things that we need, and it'll all be free money. It won't cost us a fucking thing. Okay, look up the NEAT Act, and it's. I belong to a group. I'm a delegated observer to the Green Party of the United States Banking and Monetary Reform Committee, and these are the experts uh, on money creation in the United States. Don't believe a damn thing that comes from modern monetary theory. It's not modern, and it's not even theory. Okay, it is the creation of a banker to keep the bankers involved and being between us and the things that we need to do. They're in on every deal. And just think, if interest rates were high, how high would that $28 trillion a year be right now that we're paying in interest? 28 trillion, and and the interest rates are bottom dollar. What if they were raised to 2 or 3%? Fuck. So we'd be just borrowing more money to pay the interest. That's all we'd be doing. Just it's a continuous circle. So let's get the bankers out of our business. Let's occupy the NEAT Act. Just Google us, and it's Greens for Monetary Reform.com. Go there. Greens for Monetary Reform.com. Okay, I'll see you again soon. Bye now. And I hope I make it to New York City so I can be with the hip hop band and talk to you about how important hip hop music is to